Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of CafeTalk. I'm already here with Giggles McGee on my side, to my right, aka Jolen, my co-pilot, my partner in crime, my waifu, my co-host. How you doing, Jolen?
I'm doing all right. I was laughing as you were doing the intro because I just imagine as soon as you said "hey," I just sneezed.
It's like, oh, hey there.
Just interrupt you. But yeah, I'm doing all right. Can't really complain. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm chilling. As always.
Victor,
everything's
the
cool.
man with
Everything's
glam.
fine. The man with crippling depression.
Don't we all?
Yeah, everything's good, man. Right now it's all chill. At the shop today, I literally just got off a shift. It's just been really slow, so I got a lot of time to myself and think about it. But I hear you have a crazy story for me, Jolen.
I do.
Yeah, what's going on? Tell me what's up on your mind.
All right. So just to kick off the episode, I'm gonna tell you about this weird encounter that I had on the bus on my way to school.
Oh man, those are the worst.
Yes, I was sitting on the bus, and I was in my own world, listening to music, thinking about things that I always think about, which are cars and mostly cars.
Tentacle hentai, yeah.
Cars and stuff that I have to do once I get out of school, and I don't know, all this time.
Yeah, like usual stuff anybody does. Mind your own business. Just trying to get to your destination.
The bus pulls up to the next stop. And there's a ton of seats that are open. There's probably 5 of us on the bus.
Oh, okay. Right? So it's pretty empty.
And this lady just comes up and plops herself next to the seat.
You actually feel it.
Yeah, I feel her sit next to me. Ooh. And her presence is there. She wanted to make it known.
Oh, she got attitude.
Yeah, and I had my headphones in, and I had that. And as soon as I felt her plop in next to me, I look up, and she's just flipping me off. She's not even looking at me. She's just finger.
Right in your face.
Yeah, a good 6 inches from my face.
What the heck?
And I was like, all right, just whatever.
I you didn't think much of it.
My first instinct was oh, maybe a bunch of people got on at the last stop. So I look up, and the bus is empty. And I was like, what? You don't have a bunch of seats to sit next to. Why do you choose to sit next to me?
Yeah.
I still have my earphones on. Music is bumping. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see her mouth something. So I take my earphone off, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say something?"
Yeah.
And then she says something, but music's super loud in one ear, and then
really make
the
it out.
buzz. Yeah, I can't really hear what she's saying.
Yeah.
But she still continues to just flip me off, and then I was like, "All right." So I just kind of put my phone away and look out the window. And then once she notices that I'm not giving her the time of day, she looks at other people and flips them off.
Oh, so it wasn't just you?
Yeah, but she purposely chose to sit next to me. What? I don't know for what reason.
Yeah.
And then at the next stop, she just gets off. But she seemed a totally normal person. I don't know if
she didn't seem a little drugged out, maybe a little drunk or something like that.
Nah, she didn't seem like any of this. Plus, this was at 9 in the morning.
Oh, it was early on. It wasn't crazy hours. Oh, what the heck?
So that's just
random.
Confused the hell out of me.
Yeah, of course.
I went to school with that. What was she trying to say?
Well, I mean, it's not like you purposely did something to offend her or take up the whole seat or something. You know what I mean? How some people put their backpacks right next to them to reassure nobody sits next to them, that type of stuff. Yeah. But even then, even if you did do that, like you said, the bus was empty, right?
Yeah, she had a ton of seats to choose from.
Exactly. That's weird. I don't know. Crazy people, weird. Man. See, that's the type of crazy stuff that happens on the LA transit right here, public transportation. Because it's I've never had that crazy situation, but I've had situations where I'm on the train, on the subway, and it just shuts down for no reason, and apparently there was an accident or somebody was holding up the train because of some stupid reason. And it's just you don't think much of it because you're oh great, at most you're just delayed from wherever you want to go. Yeah. And usually I was coming home from work, so I was oh great, that's another hour of waiting and I just want to get home and relax. But your situation, that's a whole different.
Yeah, I don't know if she was trying to make a statement or she wanted to. She was just trying to get someone started so she can argue.
Yeah, you didn't hear what she was saying. If she was saying anything to the other people?
No, I didn't hear anything. Like once
was she targeting guys only? That's another thing. Or like was she targeting specific people when she was like flipping the rest of the people off?
I don't know. It was just hard to say. It was like early in the morning, and once
you were just trying not to.
I didn't want to instigate anything, so
exactly.
I just like put my headphone back on and.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think
back
you did.
into my own world.
I think you did a good maneuver right there. You know, just get out of it. You know, just show everybody that you had nothing to do with it, and you were minding your own business. Wow, that is a crazy story, Jolen. Not bad. Well, you know, what else can we talk about today, Jolen? Like,
as per request from our loyal fan Tiffany.
Oh yeah,
what's up?
Shout out to Tiffany. Thank you for hearing us out.
Today? I can see.
You could see through the cameras, just like the government. You work for the NSA, huh, buddy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about.
Better watch out. Jolen's gonna be creeping on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about
conspiracy theories today.
Conspiracy theories. Add on to the craziness, huh?
Yep.
We already got a crazy platter. Might as well just stock it up on the all-you-can-eat crazy buffet.
Yep. Good old conspiracy theories.
The classic conspiracy theories, right? Which ones are you thinking of, or which ones have you heard? Which ones are like the ones that really resonate in your mind? Whether you dislike them, agree with them, or not at all, you think they're insane. You know, which one do you?
The one that gets me is like the moon landing.
The moon landing, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going way back.
That and the whole like the great wonders of the world, like the pyramids and the Great Wall of China, were built by aliens or some shit. Like those get me because I'm just like
ancient aliens.
Stupid. Like I think the ancient alien ones, like alone, it gets me so infuriated.
Why?
Because it's like, why are you discrediting like these people just because they're like quote unquote primitive?
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't have the technology that we have to build like those gigantic monuments, but somehow aliens coming out of nowhere and helping them build it is more
of an accepted thought than actually humans created it. That not to sound offensive or anything. I know it's a bad start right away when everybody says that, but I feel like because we are pampered with the technology we have nowadays, everybody doesn't truly believe the power that slaves can create. You know what I mean? Like, and I know it sounds horrible, but at that time, you know, there was a bunch of people slaving away, creating those pyramids, and honestly, you know, the slave drivers, they didn't care. You know what I mean? The Egyptians at that moment, the pharaohs and all that stuff, they didn't care who they killed. They didn't care who died. They were slaves. To them they were nothing. So they would push them to the brink of death, just creating these amazing monuments, like moving these giant stone blocks and stuff.
And then like to add on to that, even like the pyramids that are in like Mexico or whatever, how people are like, oh, they're perfectly aligned. Like it's so dumb. Like, yes, of course they're perfectly aligned, give or take like a few thousand miles.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But even then, it's like, without disregarding the whole perfectly aligned stuff, it's like people somehow find it hard to believe that there was intelligent people back in the day. You know, like architects that were able to calculate exactly how to build the pyramids so that they come out perfectly and last long.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And that's what like really gets me when people are like, no, it was aliens.
Like even like think about it. You know, if for those people that are atheists, maybe they won't really like understand where I'm coming from with this statement, but for people who actually like believe and truly like devote their lives to a god or to a greater being, wouldn't you create something that lasts hundreds of years in their honor? Like, you wouldn't create something that's like flimsy and would destroy like within the same year. You know what I mean? It's like, so that's why these architects would, in their minds, they're creating something for God, or for their being, you know, for their eternal being. So they wanted to make sure that the building or the structure was as eternal as the one that they were creating it for.
Yeah.
You know, so it's pretty
good, Victor.
Yeah, so you just gotta think about that. You know, it's kind of, I know aliens is an easy way out. You know, it's what everybody goes for. It's just advanced technology that we ourselves can't comprehend. Did you hear about that underground pyramid that's like perfectly made out of like solid glass or something?
No.
You never heard of that?
No, I've never heard about that.
So I recently heard about it too. I haven't really done full research into it, but I searched it online enough to know that it's a real thing, like not just a Photoshop or you know, someone just creating it out of nowhere. Apparently in the Bermuda Triangle, there's like right in the center of the Bermuda Triangle, there's a giant glass pyramid, even bigger than the pyramids of Giza.
Really?
And it's so big that it actually distorts the waves or the currents itself in the water, creating massive typhoons and massive whirlpools. Many people are theorizing why so many ships sank in the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh.
Like the mysterious phenomena in which all the planes and boats would disappear. Like, you know, that's why it created the Bermuda Triangle, you know, the legend of it. Now people are trying to figure out that maybe it's because of this pyramid that was affecting the weather and the currents so much that it would sink ships, and maybe the winds would be so strong that it would like bring down planes. And they're trying to figure out how this pyramid was created and, you know, where it came from. But it's so deep into the ocean that it's like very hard to even send like remote controlled like submarines, like unmanned submarines. It's even hard down there.
Oh,
so I'm like,
pretty interesting.
Yeah, like I gotta search more into it because it actually caught my attention. But apparently, like, this was discovered back in like 2003 or something. And
interesting.
I'm just like, I found it. Yeah, I found it like a cool.
I don't know if this is really like a conspiracy theory, but there's just a lot of like allegations around it, like about the Tasmanian tiger.
Oh, what about it?
So, like, the Tasmanian tiger was like the largest predatory animal in Australia until the dingoes came.
Is that the one that looks like a badger mixed with an alligator?
Yeah.
Oh man, that thing looked creepy.
Yeah. So when the dingoes came to mainland Australia, they pretty much like wiped out the Tasmanian tiger.
Oh, okay. Kind of like what an invasive species does.
But as the name suggests, there are also Tasmanian tigers on Tasmania.
Oh, okay.
And
of course.
That's an island off the coast of Australia where dingoes couldn't get to.
Yeah.
So they were like undisturbed until people started to come, and then they brought their sheeps, and the tigers like started hunting the sheeps, and like obviously the farmers killed the tigers.
And the legend of the chupacabra was born.
Yeah. But once they went extinct, there was like this whole movement to try to find like any surviving Tasmanian tigers.
Yeah.
To the point where the government would like give out a cash reward
for anyone
who was able to find a tiger.
Yeah.
And there's like a bunch of allegations of people saying like oh, I got one on picture, like look at this. But to date, no one has found the Tasmanian tiger.
Yeah.
And I kind of want them to, just because like it shows that with like climate control, with like the changing climates and like ozone depletion and all those weird things, like all these animals are going extinct. But it'd be nice if we like rediscovered another species.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially one as interesting as a Tasmanian tiger. Like it looks like a dog, but it's actually a marsupial.
What do you mean? Wait, what?
Like it has a marsupial is a mammal that has a pouch.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, like
the Tasmanian
a
tiger actually has a pouch.
Oh, what?
Or when they studied it last, it was a half pouch.
So this theory states that Tasmanian tigers are still alive, but we just can't find them right now.
That people think they're still alive on Tasmania, and people have been trying to like find them, and but they haven't.
Scientists have already like given up on it, and
we declared them extinct.
Yeah, extinct, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. So that makes sense as to why it would be such a great find.
Yeah, same thing with like the dodo bird. People think they're still around and stuff.
I doubt that. Yeah, I myself don't believe dodo birds are around at all anymore. Weren't they like ice age birds? Like they were meant for the cold.
No, they're just imagine like big ass chickens. That's pretty much how they were. They were like land dwelling birds. They were just easy prey.
Oh, of course, that's why.
Like the same situation with the Tasmanian tiger. They lived like on an island, I think Madagascar. And once we introduced like feral cats and stuff like that, like
that just wiped them out.
Yeah, it was just easy to kill them.
Of course. I mean, it's kind of like getting a chicken getting a bunch of chickens in a chicken coop and then throwing a tiger in there. It's like, of course they're gonna all die.
Yeah. Tasmanian tiger.
I mean, it would be awesome if that theory is true and they're still alive. That would be incredible. You know, we'll be able to study them. We'll be able to see, like, hopefully help them reproduce, and then we'll reintroduce Tasmanian tigers into the world. and it'll be like a beautiful process.
Yeah.
But I mean, for them to be hiding for this long, it's kind of iffy. It kind of makes you wonder.
Yep.
It's what creates a conspiracy theory. So a big question I actually been thinking about, since we're talking about conspiracy theories.
Tell me, Victor.
You know the whole NSA conspiracy theories where it's like they're watching you constantly through your camera,
whole,
laptop,
Big Brother government.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all that stuff where the government's constantly listening to your conversations and stuff like that. Recently, it was sort of proved. You know what I mean? With the whole Facebook scandal. Of where Facebook listens in on your conversation when you have Messenger downloaded on your app on your phone. If you just accepted the terms and conditions without reading it, it actually states that you're giving Facebook permission to randomly turn on your microphone throughout your conversation or throughout the day and listen in randomly at whatever you're talking about. And that's why ads start popping up on Facebook about stuff that you recently talked about with whoever you talked them to. So my question is, because the government's main excuse to spy on its people is to protect it against terrorists, do you think that's a good reason to let the government maybe spy on you every now and then in order to protect your way of life?
That's a tough question, Victor.
Yeah, I know.
It's on the one hand, you live carefree in a world protected by the government, but in the other hand, the government has Santa Claus hostage. For those of you who don't know that reference, South Park did an episode where Cartman infiltrates the NSA. And the reason why the government knows what you're talking about when you're awake or asleep or who's been naughty or nice is because they have Santa Claus hooked up to a giant computer that monitors everybody.
And he's slowly dying, and everybody's okay with it.
Yeah,
I remember that episode.
But yeah, your scenario, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you think it's a liable reason?
I feel like I'm the average, the average civilian. So I don't have anything worthy that the government would be like, all right, let's go get this guy.
Yeah, you're not afraid that, because many people, the issue that people have with it is that all my personal information is going to be leaked out to the public. You know what I mean? My social security number, maybe my private pictures or my private moments is going to be out for everybody to see. What?
Well, maybe you shouldn't be taking those pictures.
Maybe you shouldn't be a hoe, and you wouldn't have a problem with it.
I'm just kidding. I'm not slut-shaming anybody.
It's a joke.
But yeah, I'm fine with it. If it means being able to live, I guess in this pseudo protective world, then yeah, it's okay with me. What about you, Victor?
I actually agree. Yeah. There's of course there's always wrongs and rights to all these stuff, what the government does and everything, but I'm enjoying my life the way it is right now, the rights I have and the protection I'm getting. I wouldn't, at the same time, I wouldn't want the government to take away my whole information, everything, who makes me, you know what I mean? But at the same time, if it's at the cost of stopping a guy that's ready to blow up my whole neighborhood, then yeah, I mean, every now and then listening in on my conversations, that's fine, listening on what I'm doing, mainly because I don't live an interesting life as much as what others would see.
That was weird.
Yeah, it's a guy passing by with a pimped out bicycle and a zoot suit.
Purple suit.
A purple zoot suit. That guy
is very weird.
I've actually seen him around a lot in the city, so he travels. He gets around.
All right.
But back to the conversation. My life is not that interesting in my own eyes. You know what I mean? I don't know if other people might find it boring as well, but it's not interesting enough that I would mind the government, listening in on my conversations.
You're not worried about your naughty pictures getting out?
Not at all. I'm comfortable with my body, so if anybody sees them and likes them, that's for them.
Your naughty pictures are stored on a hard drive that's busted.
Oh yeah, exactly. So nobody's gonna get that.
And you didn't have cloud service, so how are they gonna get out?
Exactly. So
challenge to all hackers. Hashtag leak pictures, naughty pics.
the fappening Victor edition. But yeah, you know, it's some stuff that I wouldn't mind. It's not a big deal to me. It's something that, as long as I'm able to focus on what I enjoy doing in life and continue living the lifestyle I have right now, I wouldn't mind. You know, I know there's a lot of people that have issues with that, but that's not my problem right now, if anything.
Pretty good, Victor.
Yeah, thank you. I just thought about it on the spot.
Yeah. All right. I got a what if question for you.
Shoot it! I love it. What if questions?
All right, I got one.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather live like a better than average life, but always have this like looming feeling that something is missing?
Okay.
Or live a very comfortable life, but like consistently have this foot sore that just makes like walking around painful.
Okay, so
and it's like a medical phenomenon. The doctors don't know what it is,
and there's no medicine to treat it. Nothing. Yeah. So it's an alright life with the feeling that something's missing, or a super comfortable life but with the foot sore that never goes away.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, that's not a what if question. That's a would you rather question.
Well, all right. Would you rather
choose one or the other? I mean, second of all, I'm already living one of those situations.
A better than average life, where you always feel like something's missing.
Yeah, that, you know, there's always that hole that everybody has that's trying to fill it in. But I think I'd go with a really comfortable life with the foot sore, mainly because if I'm living such a comfortable life, I would probably have some device that will make it so that I never really have to sit or stand or put pressure on that foot. You get me? Like a creative device or a drone or maybe just a wheelchair that'll just help me with that foot sore. Like even if
never mind, because that was an easy one to get around. All right, let's.
Let's
switch it up. Let's switch it up.
I was gonna say I got a really hard one.
All right, I'll switch it up a little bit.
Right,
same scenario for the first one, better than average.
With something missing.
Where you feel like something's always missing,
okay,
or the really comfortable life, but no matter what, you always see like the thing that you're scared of right now.
Oh shit!
It's like in the corner of your eye, little thing. Like imagine like YouTube. Like YouTube video game where like they have a little camera corner.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's always in my eyesight. So like,
even
I
if
can't
you close your eyes.
Yeah. Ooh. But
you live a very comfortable
It's my
life.
biggest fear.
It's your fear at the moment.
Yeah.
So it could either be like you just saw a scary movie and
it's
that
just
thing is
reminder.
there, or like you're like your girlfriend just tells you like I think I'm pregnant, and then you just like have that looming thought. Corner of your eye.
Does it switch up every time I'm afraid of something new?
Yeah, it's whatever you're scared of at the time.
Ooh, that's bad. It doesn't even give you a chance to like get used to that fear, conquer it, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn. It's a comfortable life, right?
Yeah, it's a comfortable life.
With that thing, constant fear, comfortable life, but in constant fear, or above average life, but something's always missing. What do I ever find out? What's missing?
No.
Never?
No.
Never? Even when I'm on my deathbed, I'm always like, I'm not satisfied.
Like, there could be nothing missing, but you're like, I think something's missing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, even on my deathbed, the one regret will always be that I never figured out what that missing thing was. Really?
Like,
That's
even at your
harsh.
deathbed, when you see, like,
Everybody,
your whole family, you're like, I think somebody's missing.
What? No! Oh, man. That's really tough. My gosh. Fear or... Well, I mean, I guess something missing is considered also fear. Because you're always scared that something's missing, you know?
So there's like a realistic fear and like a self-driven fear.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'd rather go with option one. The above average life, but something always missing. Like, because I feel like you could always distract your mind in order to enjoy the situation. But, you know, once you get some, like, breathing time, you always get that feeling back, like, something's missing, something's wrong.
All right.
You know? But even then, it doesn't stop you from enjoying something as the constant fear in your eyes. That, I feel like, that would push me to live that closure life. Because I have such a comfortable lifestyle, right? it would push me to just live in such an enclosed space, probably in my house, and never really go out because my fear is always in my face. Never really go out there and
well, it's not like
enjoy
in your
my
face.
life.
It's like in the corner of your vision.
Well, yeah, exactly. But it's still like a constant reminder nonstop, and it's what you fear the most.
It's like you're like taking pictures just after you get married, and you're looking at the photographer, and then in the corner there's like something scary. So you're like,
you're like, come on, give me a big smile, guy, and he's just like, no.
Oh yeah. All right. What was your what if?
Oh,
or would you rather?
So I'm pretty sure maybe some people out there heard it because I saw this on the internet, and this was a really tough question. It's like impossible to answer for me. Would you rather watch your parents have sex every single day for the rest of your life, or would you join them once to make it stop?
Like, how involved do I have to be?
Like full on threesome. You have to please both of them.
I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
No, come on, Jolen. What would you choose?
Probably the first one.
You gotta be disgusting. You just watch them every single time.
Yeah, because I'll probably just be desensitized by third time.
True. That's still nasty. You're watching your parents.
I mean,
it's just like
turn off the lights.
No, you have to watch it full on, always lights on.
Same thing. I'll probably just be desensitized.
Yeah, that's true. All right, one last one, and then we'll switch topics.
I was thinking we'll just wrap it up.
Yeah. It'll be a short one today.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Okay, so this last one will go out to maybe anybody who wants to answer it in the comments. And by the way, don't be afraid to give your answer to any of these in the comments below.
Yeah, definitely.
So my question to you is, in the scenario in which your mother and your girlfriend, or let's just say significant other for any person out there that doesn't have a boyfriend specifically or a girlfriend specifically, in the scenario where your mother and your significant other switch bodies, would you rather sleep with your mom in your girlfriend's body, or would you rather sleep with your girlfriend in your mom's body?
What's up with all these questions, Victor?
To fix the solution, to revert them back to their original bodies. Who would you sleep with?
None.
You gotta fix it, man. Now your mom is forever in your girlfriend's body, and then you have to watch your dad sleep with your girlfriend.
That's fine.
And you're already married. Let's just not say your girlfriend. Let's just say your wife.
I'll just walk
so
away.
That way you can. You would walk away from a commitment like that, Jolen?
Yeah.
Does your vows mean nothing to you?
I'll just walk away. I'll be like, all right.
You would leave your children without a
Who
father?
says we have children?
I did right now.
I'll just be like, I'm not dealing with
no,
this.
Jolen, you can't. That's not an option. You can't walk away. You gotta give a solid answer.
I don't know.
Would you sleep with your mom in your girlfriend's body, or would you sleep with your girlfriend in your mom's body?
Probably mom and girlfriend's body.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I just imagine your mom giving you tips. Like, no, sweetie, you can't do it like that. Or, if you did this, it would be much better. It will please her later on.
No. No.
Yeah.
First option is
tough
just
questions, right?
walk away.
Yeah.
Or just end it all right there.
Just shoot yourself in the head. Just
I don't want to
I'm
be
gone.
in this situation. But then that's like the eternal question in purgatory. Like, you can't die, you can't go anywhere.
They give you the exact same question once you die. They give you the exact same question in purgatory in order to choose whether you're going to heaven or hell.
Yeah, you're just like...
He's like, well, I can't escape it.
Just sit down and don't say anything.
Well, you're just forever in purgatory because of it?
Yeah.
All right, well...
I don't want to deal with that. What about you, Victor?
We're talking about you, Jolen. I don't know what you're doing.
Nah, you gotta answer this question too.
Which one? I gave you two questions.
The second one.
The girlfriend and body?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Even though I'm the one asking it, I don't like to think about that.
Well, who does? That's weird.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the same. Because, I mean, it's like my girlfriend's body, and they'll go back to normal, and then it'll be that situation where, it's always embarrassing, but we'll never talk about it again. You know what I mean? No.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, who wants to sleep with, their mom's body, even though if it is your girlfriend in there, it's still, you're still sleeping with your mom. That's nasty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole
either
porn genre, I think.
Oh yeah, the whole incest thing. That's really weird. That's nasty. That's been going up for some reason.
Because of Rick and Morty.
Ugh. Oh, with the whole what is it? Second
porn?
episode? Yeah, first episode. Yeah, that's nasty. Well, that leaves everybody out there with this creepy episode that we just made.
Yeah, these 3 weird
nasty.
Well, 1 totally fine question and 2 weird ass questions.
Didn't you ask me 2 questions?
No, I asked you only 1.
You only asked me that 1 question of the life?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did tweak it at the end.
I tweaked it at the end.
Yeah, you tweaked it. Alright, so it is the same question.
Yeah.
Alright guys, well hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Sorry it's a short one, but you know, it'll be quicker for you guys. Like I said before, you know, hopefully you guys can comment down below and give us an answer to these horrific questions. And if you like the show or the episode, just give us a like. You know, it really helps us out. And so subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes. Thank you for joining us. You want to sign off, Jolen? Any last things you want to say to the beautiful people
we
out
also
there?
started a second podcast called Gear Garage.
Oh, big time.
Where we talk about cars. It's a once a month thing. You don't have to be a car person. You can know completely anything about cars. You don't have to know squat, and you can still tune in, probably learn something, watch my funny edits, listen to our comedy, and so we'll have a good time. Maybe you'll learn something.
We'll be talking about more than just one specific type of car. You know, we have a friend.
It's an ongoing process.
Yeah, it's we're gonna be switching it up, but you know, hopefully you guys like it, and we'll have a little bit something for everybody.
And with that, we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Stay beautiful.